Hi, Scorpio. Happy New Year. Can you believe it? Going into 2020. These are going to be general messages to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as an overview for the year for what's primarily going to be hitting your relationship and career areas. I'm going to be peppering some other things in, but I'm not going to be dealing with all of the little transits. Those I'm going to deal with each month as we go through it, but I think it's cool to kind of get an overview of what's going to be happening in your relationship sector and your career sector. So let's get right into it, and then at the end we'll pull some advice from the Black Moon Tarot. We're going to start with the Rider-Waite. I'm going to be pulling course of action spreads, 4-card spread. I'll pull qualifiers as a need to get additional information. And guys, you know what? The year 2020 is powerful for you for learning and sharing and connecting in brand new ways. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are doing a lot of changing. Your influence increases, creativity gets a really great boost, and money matters are definitely going to improve dramatically. And I hear an amen from here for a lot of the Scorpios who've been struggling in this area. So this is a time when you're sharing and you're partnering in entirely different ways, and through changes and surprises you're going to really get to know yourself in a different way, and your relationship needs and what you require as far as like a healthy intimate life. So I really like it. Okay, so first pull we're going to be going for is a relationship spread. So let's pull the 4 cards. So this first one is your current energy. It's your core. It's where you're at right now. And right now we have the 3 of Wands energy, which is really nice. I really like this, Scorpio, because this is about you having that fire in your belly. Wands are will and Wands are fire. This is fire in your belly to really enter this next phase of your life. That's what the 3 is. The 3 is a card of Trinity, and there's this motivation, and he's looking out on the landscape, and he's really trying to figure out, okay, there is a big world out there. I know what I have, but I'm not sure exactly how all of this is going to play out. But there's this definitive willingness, and there's this lack of willingness to remain stagnant. And that's perfect. This is a perfect energy for you guys to get as your core energy right now, because of all of the energy that we have up in the sky right now. We have a lot of big plays coming up, working up there together. We have Platurn. We have Pluto. We have Saturn. We have all the Capricorn energy. You know, we have Uranus in there, Neptune. We have all the big guys are up there right now, and we're going to be pushed to this new space. But I really like it because it's you feeling the change upon you, you knowing, you feeling pushed to this precipice of wanting this change, and you're really starting to be able to really identify it. Because, you know, Scorpio, your perspective is changing, and it's taking you on a whole new path. You're determined to rebuild your connections and your interests, and for many of you, your studies, and you're making powerful alliances this year. Being in the right place at the right time is definitely going to be happening, and as the year progresses, home and family come into a very sharp focus for you. So by the year's end, you can be ready to launch some new venture that is going to stick with you and support you for many years to come. And also, guys, I do have to say, flaws in your home life, in your domestic area or support system, are likely to surface, and it's time to solidify, simplify, and fix problems, or these things are going to be transitioning out of your life, right? So this is something that you definitely need to be mindful of. Now here in the what to keep your eye on energy, we have the Page of Wands. This is about a new willingness to move forward. And this is something you're going to be looking for, these open doors in your life along your path that you're going to want to walk through. Now, you do need to make sure that whoever is in your life with you, they're willing to walk through that door with you. And then this is very important, because this is, Scorpio, you're changing a lot and you're starting a new cycle, and the Page is a new cycle. The 3 of Wands is a new cycle. There's newness here. I mean, it's in the sky, it's in the cards, okay? It's just the way it is. But I like this because there's this newness, there's a new cycle, and there's this fresh willingness. And so for many of you, I see this as a new opportunity that you're going to want to jump on. And and really, it's going to put a fire in your belly, and really like a fire under your feet. You're going to feel great will to take opportunity with this. So definitely keep your eyes open. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. It's very clear in your energies, in the archetype of Scorpio, you meeting the right people at the right, a lot of serendipitous engagements are going to be happening in your life. You're going to meet somebody at a party or somebody online somewhere, or randomly this person knows somebody who knows somebody who knows you. Whatever the case is, these serendipitous circumstances are going to happen. And remember, with Uranus is all about change and sudden, something coming out of nowhere and it being a gift, right? And so keep your eye out for that. Okay, and understand that this is something that you're gonna want to take advantage of, and to really try to keep the naysayers, in their lane, for lack of a better term. Now, an action that you should take in the near future, this is the Justice reverse. So this is telling me that you need to identify where you're not being treated fairly in your life. Now, if this has to do with your personal relationship or your business relationship, you have to call whoever is doing this to you out, because there can't be any more unfairness. The scales have to be a little more evened out for you to move forward in a way that really, really speaks to you. You're just not having the unfairness anymore. And unfairness can be 100 different things, right? I mean, this is a general message, general energy, so it could mean something different to all of you. But this could go from not really liking how someone actually speaks to you, someone trying to control you, someone trying to tell you what they think is best for you and not allowing you any wiggle room to actually be you, or someone who does nothing but insult what you want to do moving forward. But there's just this is sense of lack of support. There's this lack of support. There absolutely is. And this is a painful vibe. Now, Scorpio, I have to tell you what I'm getting. So we have this, you have strong desire to have this new beginning, and you entering this new cycle. You're gonna identify this new cycle, but then somebody is being really, really unfair to you, and you are just not having it. And the outcome of this is the Three of Swords energy. So guys, I do want to tell you this, okay? And it doesn't matter how many times I say this. I know a lot of you are still gonna, I know it's hard because you want answers for now. This is for the year 2020 coming up. You should not be resonating with this Three of Swords reverse energy yet. It hasn't happened yet. This is where you should be at, the Three of Wands. You follow? Okay, just so that you understand how these predictive type of energies go, okay? The Three of Swords reverse is more positive than in the upright. I do want to just say that. A lot of you who know tarot, you see the Three of Swords and your heart drops because it's typically the card of a third-party situation. And since we're doing relationships, that could be the situation for someone. But it certainly doesn't have to be that. It means a whole lot more than that. It's anything that's external to you and your partner that created pain or a feeling of betrayal for you. It's the card of pain within relationship. So our pain in relationship does not only come from third parties. It's anything where maybe our partner is just 100% not supportive of us. Or maybe our partner is very abusive, maybe physically and mentally. Okay, this is something external that's being put upon you, that's creating a lot of hurt. Maybe your partner is incredibly irresponsible with money, and you want to open this business. You have this business opportunity, and you find out that your partner's been doing all kinds of things behind your back with your finances. I mean, this could roll out a bunch of different ways. That's why I like to say that third sword is anything external to your situation that caused you a lot of pain. Now, I like it in the reverse because in the reverse, this does indicate truth coming out, admission, and honesty. Like, there are no more lies at this point. So the outcome is honesty. I feel like the issue is really more with this Justice reverse, It's more with the Justice reverse. Let's see if we can get some more energies on that. What's the deal with the Justice reverse energy? I mean, the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands, those are two really good energies there. And I understand the Three of Swords, but what's going on with the Justice? Why do we have the Three of Swords reverse? Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, let me pull a few cards and then okay. Yeah. So, listen. Something's going to happen in your relation. You really want to have this new relationship. You really do. And there's this opportunity that comes for you guys to have a new cycle, but it's because of an opportunity that's being granted to you, Scorpio. It's like if you take advantage of this thing, it's going to improve your relationship. You follow? Like, I feel like it's something that if you open this door of opportunity, it's going to improve your relationship on so many different levels. But you're dealing with somebody who is just not being fair. Maybe they're threatened by you. Maybe they feel like, you know, you're one-upping them. You know, it's sad, but, you know, that happens a lot in relationships where you kind of get into these rivalrous situations. That could certainly be happening here. And your partner acts out and feels that this issue is a reason for them to end up stepping out on you. But regardless, I mean, this is you. This is the action you take in the near future. And this is you recognizing that you haven't been treated fairly. And you making the decision to at least mentally leave the situation because it's too toxic for you to deal with at the time. You're not dealing with it. You're not putting up with it. You're just not. Not putting up with it. The Fool reverse. You are not willing to enter this next cycle with this person, with everything the way it is. You're just not. You're not willing to put up with all of dishonesty. And I'm getting that a lot of you are going to go into shutdown. Because swords are words, and in reverse, not only is it an untruth, but it's also a shutting down of words. So some of you might be like going quiet on somebody. You might be ghosting somebody that you feel honestly deserves it because you feel very, very betrayed. They somehow betrayed you. The Page of Wand energy. Give me some information on this Page of Wand energy. The Emperor. Three of Cups reverse. Okay. All right, so this is getting more specific for me. Scorpio, for many of you who are in a relationship where you guys are in a little bit of a, you've been in and out of a cycle, a cyclical kind of thing. Things are good and then they're not good, and they're good and they're not good. I'm not talking about the normal ebb and flow. It's like big fights and then you guys get back together and you work things out. And then it's, so this is specifically speaking to those of you who have been in that space. Those of you who have not been in that space, this is not your reading. Please don't try to make it fit. I'm really sorry. I'm going to be doing a separate love read for other energies. Probably by next week when I do the January read. I'm going to be pulling holiday love spreads for all different configurations of relationships. Okay, but for those of you who've been in this cyclical where it's good, it's not good, it's good, it's not good kind of thing, right now I feel like you're in a space where you're trying to figure out how things are going to be moving forward, and you're realizing that this has the potential to have a lot of beautiful possibilities ahead of you. All right, and you have the opportunity, right? I mean, this is about Page of Wands. It's about a new opportunity. Page of Wands is also the card of sex. I'm not going to lie. Okay, it is. So this is, you know, entering this space where there's this new opportunity. Now, it could be, okay, for some of you, this new opportunity of you meeting somebody new to start something new with them. That's going to resonate with a bunch of you, okay? Now, for others of you, you're in this weird space and you have this opportunity to take advantage of something that can end up leveling up the relationship. And at first, your partner is totally on board with you, right? As the Emperor, they're 100% in that space. But then you find out that they were irresponsibly flirting and doing some shady nonsense behind your back. Because the Three of Cups is irresponsible flirting. It's celebrating with the wrong people. It's being in the wrong place at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. Going to happy hour with the guys after work when they should be home with you, kind of thing. And, you know, that kind of energy leads nowhere good, you know, generally speaking, if you know what I mean. This doesn't mean that if your guy or girl goes to happy hour with their friends that they're cheating on you. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying that, but you know, it's being in this space, putting this person put themselves in a very precarious situation where they ended up drinking a little too much and ended up they pulled like a little bit of a Justin Timberlake here, okay, but without the follow through of the good intention, because then we have the Page of Swords. I don't like it. This is a dishonest energy. Page of Swords is somebody who's lying to you, and you see right through them. That you see right through them. Scorpio, there's no question. You see, because right here, okay, this situation is so unfair. I gotta go. I am not moving forward with this person. Okay? This person is a bullshit artist. He's a liar. She's a liar, and I'm not dealing. I'm not dealing. And, you know, but this is the card of hurt. So this is what I'm getting for those of you in relationships. Because honestly, I mean, with your relationships right now, you have so much Uranus energy in here. And let me tell you what that means. Uranus rules Aries, okay? And Aries is known for being what? Really cool and really quirky, right? Right? Now, this is the thing that you guys are going to be going through. With Uranus coming at your sign, okay, there's going to be a lot of excitement, okay, definitely in regards to close relationships. But there are going to be times where you feel really restless, and it's going to be hard to know whether you want freedom and independence or if the outside world is pushing it in on you. And you're not always going to know this year how to define what it is that makes you happy regarding love, even your entertainment and hobbies. But with Neptune in your solar 5th house and Uranus in your solar 7th, you may sometimes feel like you're attracting very elusive people who seem to fade away when you need them the most. And that's exactly what just happened in that spread. They're the emperor 1 minute when you need them, and then they fade away when you need them the most. When you want to move into this next cycle with them, all of a sudden they have the 3 of Cups reversed, that irresponsible partying energy. So this year with Neptune and Uranus, you're dealing with, you know, people who you're not really sure who you can trust, who you can't trust. But at the same time, I do want to say that, you know, on the high vibe of these planets is you're enjoying more romance and mystery and freedom and artistry in your relationships and even in your projects at work. So this is a really good period for expanding your mind and connecting with others through the mind. There's been Scorpio, there's been a really strong and sometimes really heavy focus on your inner thoughts and communication sector in recent years. And while this emphasis does continue this year and beyond, there are at least 2 big reasons for seeing improvements this year. First of all, you're going to have Saturn, the structured disciplinarian, transiting out of this area of your chart. And for another, super happy Jupiter is spending most of 2020 here, bringing more joy and happiness and meaning to everything that you want to take on, and more hopefulness to your thoughts and warmth to your communication, right? But you're going to be meeting some people who are like there 1 minute and not there the next, and that's exactly. So I want to pull some extra energies here to get some other information about your relationship sector. Yeah. I mean, here you are, the Queen of Pentacles, knowing everything that you need mentally, emotionally, and physically in the 3D to have this connection. You know, and here this person is that you're dealing with, the world reverse. The world reverse is being able to see everything right in front of you, but not being able to attain it yet because things are just not lining up. It doesn't mean that it won't happen. It doesn't mean that you can't turn it upright, but the other person has to be on board with you. And I feel like they're not giving you the connection that you really need to have this new beginning. Page is a new beginning, a new cycle. The Pentacle is about mental, physical, and emotional connection. So I don't feel like the level of support is going to be there when you need it in the way that you need it in order to bring yourself to this next path of where you're looking to go. And we have the Tower energy and it's reverse. So the reverse only means that there is a great deal of passion involved with this, you know, like deep betrayal, deep hurt, deep sadness, whatever it is. But, you know, the Tower is something that you at one time trusted that falls apart. So this can even be a way of framing reality. This could even be your own thoughts about a person or a situation, or could certainly be the relationship itself. You know, but there's definitely an ending here. There's definitely an ending. You're not getting the support that you need. You're not getting the support that you need. All right, so the ending happens. Then what happens? We can't leave Scorpio hanging. Come on, Spirit. Let's give me some energy for Scorpio. Beautiful, new beginning. You're going to meet somebody new. Page of Swords. This is a new truth. Somebody coming in with a new truth. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups upright. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so you're going to feel a little trepidatious going in. I mean, you're not going to be sure if you should trust this person. So Page of Swords is a really fun energy, but they can be a little immature because they're they're the youngins of they're the youngins of the court. But I feel like a very sincere energy. But you're just not going to wholly so know if you can actually trust the situation, trust this person, because the Nine of Pentacles is about wish fulfillment, and just the fact that it's here is positive. But this is telling me that you're just not quite sure if this person's going to be, able to bring you that wish fulfillment. But they make you happy. This person makes you happy in one way or another. So I could see this being just a super fun relationship that you get into with very little expectations, at least in the beginning. But this is a celebratory vibe that you have with somebody who means something to you in your heart space. Hanging out with your family and friends, having a couple of drinks, just having some good food, laughing, getting to know each other. And it's just really entirely fun. And then we have the Page of Wands reversed, though. So it's like we have fantastic and then a little challenging and questioning. Fantastic and then a little challenging and questioning. You're just not sure if you're going to be able to have this new start with this person. But you're going to completely enjoy getting to know them. You're not going to be able to see everything because you're not supposed to see everything. And nobody's going to be able to see everything this year. But this person you're going to be meeting, Scorpio, is fun. I can tell you right now, the Page of Swords is a fun energy. Really fun. And very sharp-witted, very intelligent, funny, very complimentary. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. There's going to be a lot of enjoyment here. You're just not going to be able to identify right away if they're like long-term commitment material, and I feel like that's going to be okay with you. I really do. So I feel like this is actually a perfect relationship ending to get, considering what we have going on with the Neptune and Uranus. I mean, they're going to be heavy in your chart this year. They just are. But I think it's going to bring you a lot of fun. This is it's a very exciting energy. So I'm actually pretty psyched for you with that. Because the person who was there and then they let you down, that person was just not meant to be on your path. Just not. Let's pull some energies for your career now. You're very mentally alert this year, very busy. You're going to be expanding your social circle, updating your skills, communicating more effectively. I mean, good stuff. This could be a very, very busy, fruitful period. Your life seems to speed up. And as it does, you're going to find that you lose some of your skepticism, your cautiousness, and that fear of taking risks. And you're finding all new ways of expressing yourself or channels to explore your interests in. So this is really, really good. This is an excellent time period for sharpening your skills, Scorpio. Really growing your knowledge base, making contacts, connections, studying, some sort of training program, some sort of writing a program of some kind. Your mind is open and you're really into it. You're just really into it. You're so enthusiastic this year. But most importantly, this is a year when you are completely changing the way you communicate and connect to such a significant degree that your life is transformed, and it's really going to improve dramatically, and it's going to really impact your career sector. So I really like that. So let's see what's happening in your career. Ooh, you want to make a change in your career. Yeah. Changes in the career for sure, Scorpio. Four of Cups energies, you whipping out that checklist of what you don't like about the position that you're in right now. It doesn't bring you enough money. It doesn't bring you enough satisfaction. You don't feel like you're contributing enough to society in this way. You're not valued enough. Many things. You really need to understand too, more than anything else right now, while you identify what it is that you're really not pleased with at your current job or within your current career. Really try to get in touch with why you ended up in there. Was it just for money, or was it because you had a different idea of what it was going to be about? Was it because your significant other told you to take the position? Was it because you felt like you had no choice? You were backed up against the wall. Why are you even in this position? And that, believe it or not, that is such an important thing to identify this year, and to understand that anything that you do, that's not really resonating with who you are, like the type of person that you are. And thank God we're all such different people, because we need different people to do different jobs. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, we need people to do so many different things, right? I mean, one thing I never thought of being in my life was a police officer, right? Because it scares the heck out of me. You know, it does. But my cousin, she's going to be retiring from the police department next year. God bless her. I mean, and I say every day, thank God for people like you, that you felt so called to become a police officer. I feel the same way about the military. Like, I honor them to no end. You have no idea. And I think we can all agree, like, we all have certain things that resonate with us and other things that don't. You know, for me, I mean, I love tarot, but I love teaching. I'm a professor. I love engaging with people. I'm a researcher, you know, this is what I do. For you, you are really trying, you need to get in touch with what it is that fully speaks to you. And you need to identify in your career, first and foremost, what doesn't speak to you. What doesn't. Kind of like what I just said. Like, that's how I worked it when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. You know, I changed my mind a million times. Well, I know what I don't want to do. I don't want to do that, and that. And that's very valuable right now. You know, really getting in touch with what you don't want to exist in your career sector. If you don't want to work 100 hours a week, then that's got to be something that you hold fast to. If you don't want something that you have to sit behind a desk, and that's something that you have to hold fast to. You have to honor the other placements that are in your chart, because Scorpio, you're not only Scorpio, you're many other things. So many of the Scorpio, the archetype, are feeling this, and then forget it. If you have like Sagittarius in there somewhere also, and you know, you have these other energies that really are just in the space of expansion to explore this year, you're going to feel this push to really expand yourself. Really. Because keeping an eye out here, you're going to end up so unhappy if you don't make a move. I mean, in the career spread, this is really about ending up so hurt and unhappy in this space. And I'm getting from many of you, if you stay in this space, you're going to end up in a situation where you're taken advantage of, you're disrespected, you're not treated in the best way. And Scorpio, you guys are a water sign. You guys are also hard workers. You're going to go and you're going to do this fantastic job, and somebody's going to take advantage of you, and it's going to crush you. It really is. So you really need to identify and put your ducks in a row as far as what you're doing. Is it aligning with your highest truth? Figure out what it is that maybe you need to transition into. Doesn't mean you could do it right away. That's illogical, you know, and that's poor advice. Go in and quit your job and go do whatever, you know. No, but there's nothing wrong with planning. There's a lot of planning that's going to be going on for all of us this year, actually. And the High Priest energy, this is beautiful. This is the action you should take in the future, absolutely. Because this is about your spirituality. This is about creating a new moral compass for yourself. Looking at what societal norms are and really kind of evaluating them against what you feel to be true for you, and figuring out a new reality for yourself that resonates more with who you are now, because you've changed. You know, maybe this job was perfect for you a year or two ago and you've outgrown it. Maybe the people switched out and they're really like horrible now. You're just dealing with a workspace or a work situation that is absolutely not bringing you what you need. You're just not, but you're going to be tapping into what it is that you do need and what it is that you don't want, right? Knight of Wands energies is absolute unwillingness to continue forward in whatever it is that you're involved in right now. You're just not moving forward in it. Let's get some more energy on here. I mean, this is so obvious. You are not happy, okay? Scorpio, who's resonating with this. You know, resonating, guys, definitely check the rising sign, moon sign. Page of Wands. Yeah, Wands. Someone promised you a bunch of stuff that never came true. Yeah. I feel like when you started there, you were a little trepidatious about even starting this position. I do feel like that. But somebody came in and really kind of convinced you. You were nervous. You were very nervous. You weren't really excited. But then the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very persuasive. Again, fire energy. Lots of will. Very persuasive energy. But the bottom line is you've identified that this job is not going to bring you what you want. Knight of Pentacles is wish fulfillment. You're not going to have it met. And then we have the shadow side reverse. And this is you really struggling emotionally with this. This is putting you in a bad space, Scorpio. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the Three of Swords is a very heavy minor arcana. And then we have the shadow side, which is a major arcana. This is equivalent to the devil energy. And in reverse, though, it does indicate that it's more mental than anything else. So, you know, in the upright, it could be the actual, you know, like addiction or, you know, it's any sort of addiction, you know, whether it's to alcohol, substances, sex, you know, money, food, anything like that. But in the reverse, I get that it's, you know, more mental than anything else. This is very low vibrational thinking. You're feeling really badly about yourself and about your choices. And Scorpio, don't go so deep in yourself, right? I mean, let yourself be Scorpio. Do the Scorpio thing, right? What's the Scorpio thing? Transformation. Let your ruler go and do his thing all over you. Transform. Go through the hard work with Saturn and the Capricorn energy there. Okay? Really allow yourself to go through it. Yeah. Because, and I like the shadow side better in the reverse because this is, again, you, it's more mental and you really thinking about and recognizing where it is that you are feeling really lousy in this connection and what needs to be done. So I really like that. And then we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands reverse here. Let me just pull a couple energies on that for the Knight of Wands reverse. Let's see what we get for that and how that could end up going in a different direction. Okay. Seven of Wands reverse. Knight of Cups. Eight of Wands. Good. I like it. Beautiful. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Wands reverse here. Your unwillingness to stay in that situation, you're going to end up in a big fight here, okay? There's going to be an argument. Now, the argument could be with yourself. It could be with somebody that you're working with. It could be with your significant other. But it's about the career. Something to do with the career and a choice that you want to make within it. The Seven of Wands is you really needing to defend yourself up to this point and you just being like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done, right? The Seven of Wands reverse is like, I'm done defending myself. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not. Because I know I'm not going to have my Nine of Cups energy here. Nine of Cups is about, you know, really moving into this space where you're really happy. And in the reverse, you're just not going to get it. And I feel like the second you shut that door, what's going to happen? Honestly, Scorpio, the Eight of Wands energy, fast energy coming in. Phone calls, text messages, emails, anything, any way that any sort of awesome message can be communicated to you. It's going to happen fast. It creates a bit of a frenetic energy. This is a new job offer. There's a newness here. There's some new opportunity for you that's going to come in. You're going to have to quickly rearrange your life to take advantage of it, and it's going to bring you into a Ten of Cups energy, which is about being on the right path exactly where you're supposed to be. So I feel like you're going through a great transformation here in your career sector. I mean, you're growing. You're making different connections. You're really expanding so much. So I feel like you're growing out of whatever you're in right now. And good thing, because I feel like many of you are really not connected with really solid individuals. I have to tell you, I mean, I'm getting that very strongly here. And this is just not, plain and simple, it's not going to bring you where you want to go. And you know that you have other opportunities and it's like kind of like whispering to you, but then it's going to come in. But you have to let go of this, even if only mentally, even if only in your mind you say, you know what, I have to leave. I'm going to give it another few months and then I have to go. As soon as you resolve that in your own mind, you're going to get a new opportunity here. That's exactly where you're supposed to go. So I really like that. I mean, listen. This is all good. Your relationship sector is going to be a little like offbeat, quirky, and fun. You're going to meet somebody who's really like a good time and is a good person. All right? I don't get that person is a bad person. I get, you're going to need to transition out of something with somebody who really does not have your back in the way that you need to have the support in your life. You've been dealing with somebody who's just really not entirely capable, but somebody else is going to be coming in, and they're going to be a lot better than you actually even think initially. And your career, you're going to be transitioning out of something that's not so hot into something that's really terrific by the end of the year. So really good stuff. Yeah, I like it. Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I'll see you guys next week for the January read. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.